This video introduces each of the 16 court cards using different scenarios and exploring how they would act in that scenario. I'm actually reading this from my book, Tarot, A Life Guided by the Cards. You can get this from Amazon or any good online bookshop, either as a book or an ebook. I had a lot of fun writing this. But rather than getting confused with the 16 cards, I think I'd rather read it to you and demonstrate it with the cards in front of me. So my first analogy is the page is taking you on a date. Have a think to yourself, which one are you? The Page of Wands takes you skydiving or on an astronomy evening, or to explore modern art at a London gallery. Whatever passion captivates this page is how he will want to spend his time with you, though he may change his mind on the way if there's something else seems to draw him. His enthusiasm is contagious. Maybe you thought modern art was boring, but with the way he pulls you from painting to painting, eager to share his passion, before long you've forgotten yourself and are having an amazing time. I should point out that I'm using he and she just to make language easier. I truly believe that every court card is more about psychology than it is about gender. The Page of Cups, you can expect romance. Every small detail perfect. The entire date will feel like a theatre production, with the wine matching the music, the food, and even his clothes. You might begin to wonder if this is a first date or a marriage proposal, given the sheer force of emotion involved. Whatever this page does, he does it with complete commitment. If you are the doubting type, you may wonder if he is in love with you or with the idea of romantic love itself. Still, with the evening so delightfully put together, it's hard not to get swept away. Page of Swords. You can expect to be exhausted. This page is great company. He may take you to the theatre, an exhibition, or simply somewhere to talk. He's witty, charming, very intelligent. So why do you feel so exhausted? Because he answers your every question about him with a question about you. It can feel like getting caught in a spider's web as you try to feel your way into making an emotional connection with this page, or just finding out any damn thing about him. Page of Pentacles, you are in for a treat. Notice the golden sky. There is a magic to the suit of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles pays attention to details, and on this date, that detail is you. Not the romance, like with the Page of Cups, but you. If you've mentioned that you like Thai food, expect to go to a Thai restaurant. If you've ever indicated that you fancy the new bar in town, that is where you will go. This page will make you feel as if you are at the centre of his world, but in a gently held and respectful way. And moving the pages aside to bring the knights to centre stage. Frustratingly, I only seem to have 3. There we go. My little Knight of Cups was hiding back there. So, introducing the knights. Let's imagine the knights decorate the living room. Which one are you? I know which one I am. The Knight of Wands. It will be done in a couple of hours flat. And I should point out this is an actual example of something I did do. I wake up and decide to decorate. I find a few paint tins in the garage and mix them together to make the tone light enough for the lounge. I then spend an hour looking for a paintbrush. I only find one and it's quite small, but it will do. Speed is achieved by painting around larger objects where I can. Dodgy areas are covered by rearranging pictures. 2 hours later, job done. It's not perfect, but done. Time for a cuppa. The Knight of Cups. The whole room has to centre around the peacock vase I found in a flea market on holiday last year. I want hand-blended paint the exact shade of green. I'm saving up for the sofa that has precisely the same teal swirls as the vase, and I'm spending every weekend sourcing the perfect pieces that I need for my lounge. The project is likely to take several years, but I need my lounge to feel right and look gorgeous, and something this good cannot be rushed. It will probably never actually be finished, but I will love every moment of creating it. The Knight of Swords. I've scheduled the decoration in for next Saturday. I intend to get the room finished in time to go out for the evening, and I have set a budget carefully worked out. The room is decorated exactly as planned. I'm at the DIY store straight after work the night before. My alarm clock is set, and I start methodically preparing and decorating at 6 a.m. on Saturday. I probably didn't allow enough time, so I don't get time to eat or shower before going out, but the room is done to a good enough standard, exactly as I planned it would be. No, actually, I'm a bit shaky as I didn't stop for any breaks to eat or drink. There's a work side to me in that card. The Knight of Pentacles. Preparation is key. I like to start with several tester pots. It's important to try the paint in both the brighter and the darker areas of the room to get a real feel for the colour. I spend a full day preparing, moving the furniture into the centre of the room, covering with dust sheets, washing the walls, using masking tape to make sure the edges can be neat. The painting takes a full day too. If it's worth doing, then it's worth doing well. When I am content, I will start to move the furniture back. I like comfort and beauty, but more than anything, I like to take my time in ensuring everything is ready. I would like a new sofa, so I'm researching different brands and have several fabric swatches to get a feel for which is the most suitable for my new lounge. It may take longer, but damn, I do a good job. So have a feel. Which one is you? Mine is definitely Knight of Wands. My children tend to get a bit scared when I start painting because they know that if I want to paint a room, it means I want to paint a room right now at this moment, regardless of how practical that might be. So, introducing the Four Queens. Imagine you've had an argument with your partner and you turn to each of the queens for comfort and to ask them for a lift the next day. The Queen of Wands. You pop around to her flat, but she's heading out for the evening. Against your better judgment, you borrow some of her clothes, have a cocktail and join her. Wherever she goes, she attracts attention. It's not her looks, rather it's her energy, her vivaciousness, her sheer lust for life. She listens as you talk about your argument, then pulls you onto the dance floor, and before you know it, you are just having fun. You make for home exhausted, possibly hungover, but you were lifted out of your life and had a great evening. The next day she rings. I am so sorry. I really meant to give you that lift, but you won't believe where I'm headed. The opportunity came up and I just had to take it. The Queen of Cups. She's a natural empath and an intuitive counsellor. As you tell her about your problems, she sits opposite you, totally engaging with you. Her body language mirrors yours, and she asks gentle questions to lead you more deeply into your feelings. She cries when you cry, connecting deeply with your feelings and reflecting yourself back at you. You head home exhausted. You feel as if no inch of your soul was left untouched, and yet validated, listened to, understood. You end up taking a taxi the next morning. She texts you just before you need to leave. I am coming, honestly. I just can't seem to find my keys. I definitely set my alarm. It's just that I'd switched it to silent. The Queen of Swords. You start to tell the tale of your argument, tears running down your cheeks, as you remember how hurtful your partner was. This queen tells it like it is. Well, you'd have made me angry if you'd have said that to me. I suggest you phone them and apologise. After feeling a little offended, you realise she's probably right. You ask her for a lift the next day and she responds, no, I can't give you a lift tomorrow as I'm working. That's the joy of the Queen of Swords. She says yeah. If she says yes, she means it. But she will often say no. You head home, apologise to your partner, and feel as if life has been untangled by this honest queen. The Queen of Pentacles. She's busy in her kitchen, and as you sit down, life carries on around you. She does listen with a regular, oh, I know, yeah, and makes you tea, opens biscuits, busies herself. You settle into a bottle of wine, comfortable, chatting about this and that, touching on your argument, but also putting the worlds to right and planning the next get-together. You ask her for a lift the next day and her face lights up. She's delighted to help. She's there in plenty of time with sandwiches and a good book for your journey. You feel nurtured, comforted, and in a good place. And then finally, of course, having a look at the kings. Now, obviously, I'm exaggerating these. We're all a different mix. We all have different roles. Different people will describe us differently. It's about trying to get a feel of each of the court cards as an individual. So be thinking, who am I? Who am I with my partner, with my friend? Who's my best friend? Who's my work colleague? Try and personalize the court cards. Try and bring them to life. So let's imagine you have a role becoming available at work. Team manager of an advertising team. The kings take charge, as they usually do. How would each of them handle this? The King of Wands. Are you kidding me? Organise and manage the team? Why the hell would I want to do that? I'm used to flexible working hours and being in the flow of my own creativity. This is a king who does not want responsibility or commitment. So do watch out for him in relationship readings. Notice how he is edging off the seat, eager to get on with whatever catches his enthusiasm, not keen to be a team player. The King of Wands will manage his team in a hands-off manner, and he will likely delegate all the management tasks to others. He will probably make a success of this nonetheless, because he is so damn charismatic and visionary. He will inspire people to step into their power. King of Cups. Well, if you really think it's needed, then I am happy to do what is best for the team. Like the King of Wands, the King of Cups would rather be in the creative flow than managing people. Notice how his toe gently reaches out for the water. Unlike the King of Wands, he is a team player, and he will put others' needs before his own. He will be an excellent team leader, attentive to everyone's needs and drawing the best out of each team member. It is likely he will work overtime to ensure he still has time to do some creative work, probably to the point of burnout and exhaustion. The King of Swords. Well, you picked the right person for the job. It's a huge responsibility, but I am determined to make this work. He is a brilliant manager. He tries to see both sides to every decision, conflict, and issue. Notice how his sword is slightly to one side. He is logical, compassionate, emotionally intelligent, and has excellent boundaries. He is looking to be a success and understands that for the team to be successful, everyone needs the right opportunities and the right support. The downside is he might use his emotional intelligence and fierce communication skills to manipulate his team, to work them a little harder than feels right. He does have a ruthless side and a desire to excel in everything. And the King of Pentacles. Excellent. What are the perks, benefits, pay increase and bonus? A little tongue-in-cheek, but the Suit of Pentacles is about money, wealth and abundance and enjoying these things. Even so, if he doesn't say, so even if he doesn't say it, he will be thinking it. He will be an excellent team manager. He has an eye on the profit margin and ensures everyone enjoys their work. A happy team is a productive team. He will work hard, he will delegate well, and create a great team spirit. There may be at times be a little too much focus on long lunches with clients, and his expenses bill may be on the high side, but the team spirit and profits are high, so forgive the king his personal indulgences. And as I bring all of our beautiful, beautiful court cards back, let's have them all out, shall we? I will just finish off the very last little bit from my book. Reading the court cards, some key pointers. Where is the symbol of their suit and how are they interacting with it? Can you see all of the symbol? Are they led by it, supported by it, in control of it? If it's a knight, look at the horse. The relationship between the knight and his horse is very telling. If it's a king or queen, look at the throne. Look at the body language, face and clothing. Look at the background. If there is more than one court card in a reading, would they complement each other, work well together? Always look at the court cards, indeed every card in a reading. They have pictures to help you. It's a bit of an experiment to see if reading from my book is easier to understand than me simply rambling aimlessly at my microphone. So as always, please let me know. I do this for fun. That's why there's perhaps more of an organic feel to it than some YouTube channels. And I am very much guided by the comments and the feedback you leave for me.